I never sleep, like lids on eyes. I watch the world for fire that flies. One phantom flash and I will scream and paint the sky in red on screen. What am I? No crown, no flag sewn on my chest. Just duty, orders, a rumpled vest. Trust code, the world may burn, it's true. Trust doubt, and war might still come true. Who am I? One night when fears ruled the globe, where duty covered by a concrete robe. Deep underground, where no stars shone, a man sat watching, though not alone. The screens were eyes that never slept. They watched the sky while cities safe kept. Their only job, their single thread, to shout if fire crossed overhead. The world above was split in two, both sides with more that they could chew, each one afraid that the other guys would, may and might grow some fungi. Then came a flash upon the feed, a warning born of code and speed. Missiles rising, the system cried, from far away across the tide. One line of fire became a few. A number climbed, the panic grew. The rules were clear, the clock was fast. You can't wait long, but the decision lasts. In that chair, beneath that weight, he doubted what the screens called fate. Too few, he thought, for war to start. Too neat, too clean, for this dark art. The radar slept, the sky stayed still. No echo matched the system's thrill. With the world weighing beside his head, he told the storm of code, "You're misled." No fire fell from foreign land. No cities burned at its command. The attack that almost lit the sky was just light playing a clever lie. Now the curtain pulls back. The bunker was Serpukhchov, 15, a secret early warning command center south of Moscow. In what was then the Soviet Union. The officer on duty that night was Stanislav Petrov, a lieutenant colonel in the Soviet Air Defense Forces, born in 1939 near Vladivostok in the Russian Far East. The date was the night of 26 September 1983. At that time, tensions between the Soviet Union and the United States were extremely high. Only 3 weeks earlier, Soviet air defenses had shut down Korean Airlines Flight 007, a civilian passenger jet, killing all 269 people aboard. Deepening fears and mistrust on both sides. Petrov was in charge of monitoring the new OCO satellite early warning system. Just after midnight, OCO, the system, reported that an intercontinental ballistic missile had been launched from the United States towards the Soviet Union. Then reported up to 4 more after that, for a total of 5 incoming missiles. According to doctrine, a confirmed warning of a nuclear strike could have triggered a retaliatory launch on warning response, while the incoming missiles were still in flight. There were actually only 2 minutes to decide. Petrov knew the system was relatively new and not yet fully proven. He also knew that a genuine first strike by the United States would more likely involve a much larger salvo than just a handful of missiles. Crucially, ground-based radar, which should soon have detected the same attack, remained silent. Under that pressure, Petrov decided to classify the warning as a false alarm and did not report it up the chain as a confirmed attack. He was right. Later investigation showed that the satellites had been fooled by a rare combination of sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds and their orbital geometry, which made it appear as if missile launches were occurring on the horizon. Inside the Soviet system, Petrov was questioned and initially commended, but he was also criticized for flaws in the paperwork, and eventually moved to less sensitive duties. The incident remained largely secret for years. Only after the end of the Cold War did Stanislav Petrov's story become widely known. In the 2000s and 2010s, he received international recognition, including peace awards in countries such as Germany and United States. And in 2018, he was posthumously honored with the Future of Life Award for a decision that may have helped prevent an all-out nuclear war. Stanislav Petrov died in 2017 in a small town near Moscow. By then, many people around the world knew him as the man who saved the world by doing nothing. Behind that simple phrase is still the same sharp human scene. A bunker, a row of screens, 5 phantom missiles, and one person who chose to doubt the machine. This has been Entired Retreat, another tale born out of uncertainty. One episode is about 10 to 30 plus hours of work, so consider supporting us by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Patreon, Discord, and other major platforms. My name is Ode. See you in the next one.